Aladdin Story Part 1
قصة علاء الدين. الجزء الأول.
There once lived, in one of the large and rich cities of China, a tailor named Mustafa. He was very poor. He could hardly, by his daily labor, maintain himself and his family, which consisted only of his wife and a son.
كان يعيش في إحدى مدن الصين الكبيرة والغنية خياطا اسمه مصطفى. لقد كان فقيرا جدا، ولم يكن يستطيع بعمله اليومي أن يعيل نفسه وأسرته التي تتكون من زوجته وابنه.
His son, who was called Aladdin, was a very careless and idle fellow. He was disobedient to his father, and would go out early in the morning, and stay out all day, with idle children of his own age.
كان ابنه الذي كان يدعى علاء الدين شخصا مهملا وخاملا للغاية. كان عاصيا لوالده، وكان يخرج في الصباح الباكر ويبقى بالخارج طوال اليوم، يلعب مع الأطفال العاطلين في مثل عمره.
When he was old enough to learn a trade, his father took him into his own shop and taught him how to use his needle. But all his father's endeavors to keep him to his work were vain.
عندما بلغ من العمر ما يكفي لتعلم التجارة، أخذه والده إلى متجره الخاص وعلمه كيفية استخدام إبرته. لكن كل محاولات والده لإبقائه في عمله كانت بلا جدوى.
Mustafa chastised him, but Aladdin was incorrigible, and his father, to his great grief, was forced to abandon him to his idleness and was so troubled about him that he fell sick and died in a few months.
وبخه مصطفى، لكن علاء الدين كان عنيدا، واضطر والده بسبب حزنه الشديد إلى تركه لكسله، وكان منزعجا جدا منه لدرجة أنه مرض ومات في غضون بضعة أشهر.
Aladdin, who was now no longer restrained by the fear of a father, gave himself entirely over to his idle habits, and was never off the streets from his companions.
لم يعد علاء الدين الآن مقيدا بالخوف من الأب، واستسلم تماما لعاداته الخاملة، ولم يبتعد أبدا عن الشوارع برفقة أصدقائه.
This course he followed till he was 15 years old, without giving his mind to any useful pursuit, or the least reflection on what would become of him.
وقد اتبع هذا المنهج حتى بلغ 15 من عمره، دون أن يفكر في أي شيء مفيد أو فيما سيحدث له.
As he was one day playing, according to custom, in the street with his evil associates, a stranger passing by stood to observe him.
وبينما كان ذات يوم يلعب في الشارع كعادته مع رفاقه الأشرار، وقف شخص غريب يراقبه.
This stranger was a sorcerer, known as the African magician, as he had been but 2 days arrived from Africa, his native country.
وكان هذا الغريب ساحرا، ويعرف بالساحر الإفريقي، حيث أنه لم يصل إلا منذ يومين قادما من إفريقيا، موطنه الأصلي.
The African magician, observing in Aladdin's countenance something which assured him that he was a fit boy for his purpose, inquired his name and history of some of his companions.
لاحظ الساحر الإفريقي شيئًا في وجه علاء الدين أكد له أنه فتى مناسب لغرضه، فسأل عن اسمه وتاريخ بعض رفاقه.
I knew you at first sight. You are so like him.
Then he gave Aladdin a handful of small money, saying,
Go, my son, to your mother. Give my love to her, and tell her that I will visit her tomorrow.
عرفتك من النظرة الأولى. أنت تشبهه كثيرًا. ثم أعطى علاء الدين حفنة صغيرة من المال قائلاً: اذهب يا بني إلى أمك، وارسل لها تحياتي، وأخبرها أنني سأزورها غداً.
Aladdin ran to his mother, overjoyed at the money his uncle had given him.
Mother,
He said,
have I an uncle?
No, child.
replied his mother.
You have no uncle by your father's side or mine.
ركض علاء الدين إلى والدته سعيداً بالنقود التي قدمها له عمه. أماه، قال: هل لي عم؟ ردت والدته: لا يا طفل، ليس لديك عم من جهة والدك أو من جهتي.
I have just met a man
Said Aladdin,
who says he is my uncle and my father's brother. He cried and kissed me when I told him my father was dead, and gave me money, sending his love to you.
لقد التقيت للتو برجل، قال علاء الدين، يقول أنه عمي وأخو والدي. بكى وقبلني عندما قلت له إن والدي قد توفي، وأعطاني نقوداً، ويرسل تحياته لك.
He promised to come and pay you a visit, that he may see the house my father lived in and died in.
Indeed, child.
replied the mother.
Your father had no brother. Nor have you an uncle.
لقد وعد أن يأتي ويزورك ليرى المنزل الذي عاش فيه والدي ومات فيه. أجابت الأم: في الواقع يا طفلي، لم يكن لأبيك أخ، ولا عم لك.
The next day, the magician found Aladdin playing in another part of the town, and embracing him as before, put 2 pieces of gold into his hand and said to him,
Carry this child to your mother.
وفي اليوم التالي وجد الساحر علاء الدين يلعب في جزء آخر، واحتضنه كما في السابق، ووضع قطعتين من الذهب في يده وقال له: احمل هذا يا بني إلى أمك.
Tell her that I will come and see her tonight, and bid her to get us something for supper. But first show me the house where you live.
أخبرها أنني سوف آتي لرؤيتها الليلة، واطلب منها أن تحضر لنا شيئاً لتناول العشاء، لكن أرني أولاً المنزل الذي تعيش فيه.
I hope you enjoyed the story. Looking forward to your participation in the second part of Aladdin's tale. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Your support means a lot. See you soon.